It's goodbye to the Blushing Giraffe and it's hello to Iqra Yasmin. If you've been a part of this space for a short time, a long time, just want to say a massive thank you from the bottom of my heart. I have been on YouTube for almost a decade and I have been showing up online as a Blushing Giraffe for 12 years now. Started the name because I knew I was going into teaching. I didn't want to be easily discoverable, but turns out these kids, they be knowing how to search things up and they found me anyway. But also I started the name because, you know, at the time my main passion in life was beauty. I loved it. I wanted to represent, I wanted to show swatches, I wanted to share products work on my skin. And then I very quickly became an ethical beauty blogger when I found out how many brands unfortunately are affiliated with the terrors and horrors that are going on in the world, and that became like a really important factor of my life. However, it also, I do believe that is one of the reasons why I didn't really grow in that space, because unfortunately a lot of the brands who work with influencers are also the brands that I was encouraging people to boycott, and I will never stop encouraging people to boycott, by the way. That will never be a thing. Like, I'll always try and use any type of presence and audience and space I am blessed with for good. I feel like I have tried to do that, but a lot of the times when life has got really busy, I have just took a step back and not prioritized it like it's never been an income. That's okay. But I realized that, like, I turned 30 last week and life has changed so much, and I've also changed a lot as well. And so showing up on this channel and creating content like I used to, it just didn't seem right anymore. I did talk about wanting to shift my content a little bit a couple of years ago, and then I got very busy with expecting my first baby, and then, you know, having the baby postpartum, and just life honestly feels like it's going 100 miles an hour sometimes. And we're now also self-building our home, which you might actually be following us from that. But yeah, I really wanted to start afresh, not totally from scratch. Like, I've built a community and I adore you guys. I just wanted to hit the refresh button, the restart button, and like just leave the Blushing Giraffe behind in my 20s. It's a little bit bittersweet to say, but I think that now I'm changing my name, I will show up more authentically as myself. I feel like my content is going to be more meaningful and definitely more aligned with who I am in this chapter of my life. I'm not saying goodbye to beauty content or sharing my skincare favorites and things like that forever. I don't probably slot them in here and there, but primarily now this space on YouTube and my Instagram and TikTok pages will focus on a lot of motherhood. Not obviously my daughter, I will not be putting her online, but in terms of my own experience of motherhood and like Montessori learning and educational psychology, which I'm actually very passionate about. I did a whole degree in it, and I think it'll be interesting to share bits and pieces of, you know, what I learned and what I know already. Also, our self-build journey will still continue to be going up on here. I think a video every other week on a Sunday. So I'm really working on making those vlogs a little bit more succinct and less rambly, and, you know, just I'm enjoying the process as well. I definitely want to talk more about faith and being a Muslim woman, routines, and figuring out life as you go into like different chapters and stages, because I don't know, there's not enough people making content on that, and I personally love watching what I can find of that on. But yeah, figuring it out without this need to be perfect or aesthetically pleasing, and also definitely just being real and realistic. And I feel like I have always shared like the highs and the lows in every part of my life, and I have no intention of changing that at all. Yeah, I want to make more intentional content that speaks to me, content that I'm interested in watching myself. And I totally understand if that's not for you, whether you've been here from my beauty blog days or you're just finding this channel now. I just want to say I'm so glad you're here. I'm so grateful that you clicked on this video, and I feel like this chapter is really about showing up honestly and sharing what matters to me and continuing to build a community who gets it. You know, I feel like so many of you guys have got it in so many stages of my life, and I'm so grateful for that. And it's actually been a really pivotal part of my 20s, and I want to continue on my 30s in an even more authentic and me way. Let's do this together, inshallah.